Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Healthy Living with Eric Sue. I've got an interesting one for you, so stay tuned. So the big mystery is this: how do average Joes and Janes who did not cheat and hire personal trainers and chefs, who want to live fit and healthy, how do we achieve our health and fitness goals and live our healthiest life, yet still have plenty of time to enjoy it? That's the million-dollar question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Eric Sue, and welcome to Healthy Living with Eric Sue Radio.
Hey guys, before diving into the episode, this episode is sponsored by Goality Raw. It's a members-only website where you can sign up for free to get Eric's best trainings. Let me explain to you quickly what you will get once you sign up. So we have Eric's mini boot camp workout manual and video. There's also his core secrets workshop plus a core exercise videos. There's so much in here that you have to check it out yourself. By the way, this members area will be updated over time, so you will always get his latest trainings. So visit www.goality.com/raw and sign up today. You will be glad you did.
All right, you guys, so I'm back, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to be talking about in-person training versus online training. So I know a lot of you guys are wondering, well, what is the difference? Should I even consider online training? I'm so used to in-person training. And that's that training you find in the gym, or someone comes to your home and someone helps you work out, someone helps you build a workout, and someone that's going to be there showing you all the details on how to work out. And then there's the online training, which is you don't really work with anybody in person, right? And it's all online, meaning you get emails and you get downloads and things like that to help you answer your questions about health and fitness. And so what's the big deal between the two? And how are you going to decide if one is better for you or the other is better for you? And so in this video, you're going to find out a lot from me as to what's the difference and which one is best for you. All right, so I got this whiteboard here, and so let's use it to figure out what is the difference between in-person training versus online training. So let's dive right into it, okay? All right, and so here's the big deal. In-person training is something you probably are used to in terms of what your friends have said, in terms of what you've researched, and something that you probably would feel more comfortable with. But here are some of the things to consider when choosing between the two, okay? And so in-person training, okay, number one, okay, hopefully you can see that, higher costs, okay? Usually in-person training has higher costs depending on where you go. I know that when I travel to someone's home and location, there's a little extra charge for traveling, okay? And so the higher cost is involved. Now, for some people, that's not going to be a problem. For others, it's so worth it because you're going to get that in-person touch. You're going to, if you're doing it at your home, then that's a little bit more personal, so you don't have to travel and so forth. So although you're going to have higher costs, that's one thing when you do in person, okay? All right, number two, okay? The one thing you have to remember is that in person, you have set times, okay? There's set times for the workouts, meaning you have to coordinate the meeting, and you have to make sure that both people involved have the availability. So 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. on Monday or Wednesday, right? So you have to have a set time, okay? Sometimes the trainer you want is probably too busy, and so it may not work out. And so there's going to be a set time for the in-person training, okay? Now, number three, you have to consider is that there's going to be either, like I said, your home or gym location, okay? And so you're going to have to decide whether or not you want a person to visit your house, and secondly, you have to figure out whether or not there's space in your house to work out. I know that for some of my clients who are local to me, they are willing to open their homes, and some have space in their garage. Others, there's no space or a location in their homes, so you have to figure out another spot to do it. Now, the trick behind that when finding a spot is that some gyms do not allow outside trainers to train in their location, so that may not work for in-person training. And a lot of times when you are trying to help someone, they have a membership but you don't, and so you cannot train them at their location. Okay, so that's a challenge to overcome. And so the home could be a challenge because of space, and the gym can be a challenge because the place that they actually go to, they don't have allow outside trainers to train people there, and sometimes they don't even have a membership, so they have to get perhaps a membership somewhere, and then you figure something out for you to help them as well. But anyhow, that's in-person training. Now, if you're thinking, well, the location I have has already trainers, well, that's great. They have trainers. That's wonderful. The thing is that you may not like the trainers there. Okay, so that's the other thing. But anyhow, let's move on to the last one, which is number 4 with in-home. The lack of community. Okay, with in-person training, normally it's just you and the trainer, and there's no one else that you would interact with. There's no community for you to get support from, to learn from. It's pretty much you and the trainer, and that's pretty much it. And then you may have other people that you are getting support from, but with respect to what the trainer is going to offer, it's pretty much a lack of community for the most part, because then all of a sudden now, if you do join a online community, Facebook group or something like that, the trainer may have, well, then now you're going to the online training side of things. Okay, so just to recap here, for the in-person training, usually it's a higher cost. Number 2, there's set times and location and set times. And then number 3, either you have to find space at the home or at the gym, and there's issues behind that, so location. And then finally, the community. Community is so big. I just want to say this real quick here, is that I find that when people in general are working towards something and they know that they are part of something with others who are struggling perhaps with the same issues, knowing that others are getting success or inspiring you and so forth, that community can go a long way. And so it's very important, I think, when considering in-person training. Now, it doesn't mean that there won't be a community, like I said, for you, but for the most part, it is very important to consider when hiring a trainer for in-person training. Okay, whether it be at the gym or you find someone online and you want them to help you in person. Okay, so let's move on to the other side of the story, which is online training. Okay, now online training is, you might be thinking, something that, well, you're not going to get hands-on coaching, which means no one's going to be there to help you work out. No one's going to be there in person with you to watch you and so forth. And although that may be true, these are some of the great things behind online training that you may not have thought of, which are, so number 1, you get solutions on demand. Okay, so with my specific online program called Goality Maker's Lifestyle, I'll just give you an example what's in there, which are specific solutions to common questions. Okay, whether it be in video or audio, there are solutions that you can grab on demand at any time, whenever you want. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that inside Goality Maker's Lifestyle, there is a membership site that you can enter at any time and find the solution. And it's always updated so that you get solutions on demand, so which is great. So a lot of times in the in-person side of things, you kind of have to communicate with someone, the trainer, and then all of a sudden that trainer has to come back to you and so forth. So it's a little delay in communications. Not saying there isn't, but with the online training world, there is something called solutions on demand, and I think that's an awesome way, faster way for you to get your results you want, and a better training approach, I think. Okay, so number 2 would be this approach. You become a part of a community. Okay, the reason why I say you become a part of a community is because usually a lot of the online training that happens is that the trainers like myself who are doing online will have a community built so that you would be joining that. Okay, because in the online world there's so much technology that allows you to do that, like the Facebook groups and so forth, specifically. So that part of it is going to be great for you to be a part of, and I think that is something that you can bounce questions off of the people in the group and so forth, and they'll give back to you maybe faster than I could, but for the most part, that is something to consider for online training. Okay, now something that is really cool is that you can also get what's called Q&A support and education. Okay, what I mean by that is that with the ability to connect on demand, there's going to be ongoing support, weekly support. Specifically, like in Goality Maker's Lifestyle, I know that there is weekly Q&A Facebook Lives that you can hop on, and since they're recorded, you can always go back and replay to learn from, and that's awesome for anyone who's a part of the online training world. Okay, so there's always going to be some ongoing education and support, which is great. Okay, and then lastly, which is cool, you can train anytime and anywhere. Oops, can't spell. Anywhere possible. Okay, the big thing about training anywhere, anytime, and anywhere is the fact that you're going to take the knowledge and the information that is taught to you, and you can go anywhere you want. If you do have a gym that you want to go to, go for it. If you have some space at your home, go for it. You can do it any time, by the way, too, because the on-demand answers and solutions are going to be there so that you can just replay those, and you can just take them and use them. And so the freedom to be able to do anytime, anywhere without having a set time, set location is awesome, right? And so I find that when people start doing the online training side of things, things free up more. Things are a little bit more easier. But traditionally, everyone thinks about the in-person training, which is fine. And nowadays, people are training and learning from others all the time. You just go online and you could Google search anything, and boom, you're gonna get YouTube videos. You're gonna get links and so forth. And it's just a matter of who do you feel most comfortable with, right? I bring this all up because for the most part, I know that people are seeking information. People want to know how to exercise, how to lose weight, how to get stronger, how to get a six-pack, how to tone up their arms, and so forth and so on. And I understand that you could find all that information out there. At the same time, there are people who can benefit from a specific approach, learning from a person with experience, and doing it through an online approach is a very good way. Now, I didn't really, just real quick here, talk about the cost for the online training, but for the most part, it actually is less than what you think it is, right, per hour, if you want to break it down, right? And so a lot of times I know that the online training, there's like a membership cost, and whatever that cost is, it's a monthly fee, and you get access to all of these things, which is great, And so you have to do your research and find out more about that. I know that for me, if you want, I'll put the link in the post, but Goality Maker's Lifestyle is something that you can check out and see if it's for you. I know that there's so much opportunities for you guys, and I appreciate if you guys check it out. This is just a quick overview of what the difference is between the two, in-person or online training. Hey guys, Eric Sue here. So real quick here, I hope you guys really liked that video. I look forward to sharing with you some more information about health and wellness. If you really like that video, smash that subscribe button so you can get more videos from me. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys in a future video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bam! Hey, thanks for listening to my podcast. Are you overwhelmed and frustrated with your fitness journey? If you are, I get it. There's so much information out there and it can be confusing. It's a terrible feeling, and I want to fix it for you right now. Yep, it starts with my educational library containing my best trainings. The best part is that it's free to join. You get my training secrets, special workshops, and cooking recipe books. Valued over $2,000 at this time, with ongoing updates in the future, there is no other time to join than now. Visit www.goality.com/raw to sign up today. You'll be glad you did. Hey, remember to subscribe and leave feedback for me. Did you know you can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Eric W. Sue Trainer? I have unique content there, and it would be cool to connect with you there. Finally, share or tag this episode with your friends. Sharing is caring. Okay, catch you on the next episode.